Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this review of our industry, past and present. As you'll appreciate, it was quite an exercise collating images and information, because much of the history of the industry has been lost or destroyed. So first, let's thank all those that have assisted with the making of this programme. The industry you know took off in the mid-1960s. But let's go back in time to its roots and see what we can find. Rutherford constructed the first private pool in England as a limited company. In those days there was no filtration as we know it, so they used a fountain to oxygenate the water. Rutherford even stretched its product range during the Second World War. The early 1960s saw green shoots of growth and the birth of the pool industry's first trade magazine, Pool News. Many companies saw the future potential. During the 60s, things moved at a pace. Most pool equipment was imported from the USA, but often arrived late for the start of the season. Formed in 1963, the newly established Certikin, initially financed by Stannah Lifts, soon became a contender in the industry, a homegrown alternative to American imports. Along with Certikin came Lacron, Plastica, Tuck Plastics, Swimquip and Poolquip. By the end of the decade, over an estimated 1,000 pools have been constructed, many using the new gunite method. The early 1970s saw an amazing increase in UK manufactured equipment, which made a huge impact on a market, up until then, totally dominated by foreign imports. Advertising in trade magazines was beginning to be part of the norm, and the UK's first pool exhibition, Swimex, was held in 1971 at Cowfold Village Hall in Sussex. In 1973, Spartex, then run by an outside organisation, undertook its first trade swimming pool show, which was held in Brighton. Spata awards were given to the best concrete and liner pools. By the late 70s, Dick Goodall, managing director of Aquatech and now MD of Aquamat, introduced the first portable spas into the UK. Liner pools blossomed and became by far the largest section of the pool market. Liner pool builders were eventually admitted into Spata. Growth became a talking point with some companies, especially those producing liner pools, selling up to 150 a year. The ISPE, Institute of Swimming Pool Engineers, was formed, providing an excellent educational platform to individuals employed in the industry, a role it still fulfills today. The 1980s can be described as a fantastically profitable decade, when everyone worked together for the good of the industry as a whole, and a lot of fun was shared along the way. Spata cabarets took to the floor in London and the Channel Islands.
Who is your very best friend? I'm gonna help you mend your broken heart.
In 1984, 35 suppliers were coerced by Bob Kent into forming the 2000 Club, each member business contributing £2,000 into a central PR and advertising fund, raising over £500,000. Trucks, vans and company cars all advertised one message: buy a swimming pool. The growth which had been talked about for so long was finally becoming a reality. Spata membership fees had previously been used for promoting the industry to the public. But thanks to the 2000 Club membership, Treasurer Patrick Thorpe was able to secure the freehold of the Spata building. With a great sense of well-being, the whole industry worked hand in hand for future growth. The 1990s saw the first real UK recession to hit the industry. Pool building, spa and sauna sales were badly affected. Survival was key as companies helped each other and suppliers assisted with extended credit. The 2000 Club contributors held their nerve, however, and growth soon returned. In 1995, Spata took absolute control of the Spartex show, with profits being invested back into the industry. After 9 years, Bob Kent stood down as chairman of the 2000 Club. Promotion was taken over by the newly formed PIP, Pool Industry Promotion. The start of the new millennium saw a far greater degree of professionalism across the industry. The BSPF was formed as an umbrella organisation, looking after the interest of Spata, Spartex and PIP, with the aim of seeking out other like-minded bodies as members. Following an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease in Europe, the idea of a hot tub trade association was put forward, and BISHTA was successfully set up to promote safe spa water. It immediately became a member of the BSPF. BISHTA grew rapidly both in membership and prestige. The UK writes its own standards and liaises with government bodies. Today we have one body serving many specialist divisions of the industry's needs. BISHTA is now represented throughout Europe, assisting in the development of European standards. Through BISHTA, we reach out successfully to holiday parks, enabling them to work to standards ensuring safety and growth in hot tub sales, the best in Europe. Your industry has truly spread its wings over the years. At the moment, in common with most areas of business, things are not easy. However, as before, we will eventually see growth again, and you need to make sure your company is part of it. Let's go back 29 years to 1984, when 35 companies each contributed £2,000 a year into a successful promotion fund. This enabled hundreds of thousands of pounds to be invested into successful PR and advertising. Let's say today 60 companies contributed that very same amount. We would have a huge advantage over many competing industries. What a lot of coverage! What a lot of growth! What a lot of inbuilt stability! There again, we could all sit back, suck our thumbs, and do nothing. Have a good year, and let's all pray for good weather in 2013. As a fitting end to this presentation, here is a roll call of past presidents of the BSPF and ISPE who've served our industry well, with great distinction over many years.
And it's good night from me, and it's good night from him.